Hello and welcome to the Liberate Me, Real Talk, Sacred Geometry, Blood Moon Activation, Reading, Insights, and wow, have we got a good one for you today? All right. It is the total lunar eclipse. Lots of things going on, okay? Not an astrologer here. Not about that. Just the energies I'm picking up on, giving you the reading, the insights that Liberate Me give through what we call your sacred geometry, your geometrics, your metaphysics, and how that's moving generally for us. And then you have an individual profile, identity profile signature for an individual reading, how to activate this into your life. So if you're a client of Liberate Me, any questions, of course, we'll personalize it. If you're not and you're yet to claim a complimentary reading and gift, I'd be more than happy to offer you that. Or if you have a quick question, I will do my best to give you a personalization, because it is all about personalization. The sacred messages are all very personal. So the generic messages are helpful, yet the generic messages out there in the world can be misunderstood, okay? Because they're not individual to your design. All right, so hello. This is Anita, Liberate Me, Real Talk. Here we go. We are in a blood moon, so we have some gorgeous amplified energies to help capitalize on creation. If you wish to use it, you can. Now, you don't have to believe in this stuff. You can, you may not. I've been in both camps. It really doesn't matter. You can utilize this in a logical way. You can utilize this in a more esoteric way. Your choice, okay? But it is here. So I'm here with you. If you have any questions, we're going to be more than happy to answer those through this period. And it's not just a one-day thing. And sometimes astrologers, people that read this stuff, do say it's a 5-day thing, but actually it's going on for a much longer window. And this is a really big one. So essentially, this blood moon is signifying time or a moment for amplified access to a transformation you want. So first off, write down a transformation you really want, okay? Now, to have that transformation, we don't just get it, contrary to popular belief, just by writing it down or journaling. That does not help, right? What does help is knowing there are hidden truths that must be revealed to you in elements of your signature, and those things that are your hidden truths in what we call your force root elements. Not you, you're not self, not your identity, okay? They are going to act as a powerful catalyst if you reciprocate them in a very certain way. This is about deep personal change to receive the change you want to see in your life right now. So it really encourages you to look at who you are not, the dark sides, if you like, okay? And not just release what no longer serves you. That doesn't work. We often look at the outside and we go, okay, I'm going to release that person, that love. I'm going to, release eating too much chocolate. That's not what this is about. That is very misunderstood, okay? It is about releasing a force or a root element, and not just releasing it, transcending it, alchemizing it, evolving it into a true element of who you are. And this will open up portals of clarity, okay, and a download that is for you. So it's not rituals like generic journaling, a cleansing bath. These are nice, okay, through this period, because there's a tense energies going on right now. So that can feel very nice, but unfortunately it doesn't activate the creation in it, okay? And nor does just focusing on the intentions. Now this can help you, so definitely feel into what is my intention, what is it I desire right now, and then know that step 2 is that I must have truths revealed to me that I cannot see, that are hidden from me, to activate those intentions into reality, okay? It's not from anything logical, right? By just releasing a person or a thing or a job. That's not it, okay? So the blood moon is a time of intense change, an opportunity for that. Doesn't mean it will be, depends how you activate it. So where old patterns, beliefs, and versions of yourself can shed, okay, to make way for something else that you actually want. But they won't, if you do it in a logical fashion, it's not long lasting. It'll have some effect. All these different types of rituals, they work for a certain moment in time, but they do not have this massive upgrade. So it's about bringing the hidden truths, deep-seated, unconscious, subconscious aspects of yourself to the light. Very difficult to access. This is why we offer the individual readings, okay? And this is the root force element activation. So it's the ideal moment to activate something. If there's something that you desire right now that you're sitting on, do it. Take it. Run for it. Invest in it, because the return on investment right now will be huge for you. Okay, if you know something is true and you're being defensive, right? Or you're being hard to admit it now. Stop being defensive, or let the defense be there, but admit it anyway, because the level of creation from it in what you desire or better is huge. So integrating those darker emotions, any past traumas, aspects of yourself that are typically avoided. We're not talking about managing traumas or fixing them. You're not broken. All right. So it's going to amplify psychic, if you like, sensitivity, intuition, connection. Okay, so it means it's easier to receive guidance and insight. Now, what's important when you receive guidance and insight is that it's coming from your true elements, not your false elements that come across as true, but actually they're trying to protect you from the very thing you want. Okay, so detect that, notice that. It's a potent time to consciously close the door, not on toxic situations or habits or partnerships that are no longer beneficial for your growth. That would be too easy, right? Because you could just detect it. You go, well, that's toxic. That's a bad habit. This partnership's no longer good for me. So just done with that. That's too logical. And it's false logic. Okay. Actually, it's to look at these, whatever you're seeing as toxic situations, habits, or partnerships that are no longer beneficial for you, and say, hold on. These are happening for me, not to me. There's something for me in this. It's a mirror, all right? And it can do a 180. So this eclipse that's happening is a turning point, not a turning point just to walk away from things or end them or say that doesn't serve me or let me change my diet. That will be very short-lived, okay? It's prompting a much deeper activation to the truth and shifting into your life's direction, and seeing all of these things are happening for you, not to you, to utilize them. This is really about a death of what we think we know into what is really true. So this eclipse is about endings to make way for the truth to come out, and it carries energy of destruction, okay? Sacred destruction, burning away what no longer serves you, okay? So your true identity can emerge. This doesn't mean what no longer serves you in people, things, jobs. Those are your raw material. They have messages in it for you. So it's not as simple as that, okay? If you've been clinging to a way of being, a way of not enjoying life, a way of not doing things, okay? It is the sacred way of shaking you up, okay? Shaking the grip loose. So there is fire here, which means there's creation here. That means things create in fire. There's also emotions here. Okay, so the eclipse is asking you to lift your eyes beyond the immediate conflicts or scarcity that you are experiencing and see the broader horizon that you're not seeing. Because the seeds you plant right now, so if there's false element, root element seeds, not the truth, okay, can turn into, they carry potent momentum right now. Okay, so if the seeds you plant right now are true elements, the truth, and you're planting those seeds, they're going to carry incredible momentum for you, but only if you're brave enough to envision something bigger than survival and scarcity. So right now, the reflection is around emotional. Okay? So in this time, you may have deep dissatisfaction at certain things, or maybe you've been playing it down, but there is dissatisfaction there. You want to bring that to the surface, not because it's a fact. Okay, your dissatisfaction is not a fact. It's a feeling and a thought. They are never facts. They are raw material to use for you to distance from and use them for the power in them in a very specific way to your individual identity profile signature, your individual design. There may be restlessness. Sometimes a painful feeling of this isn't enough is heightened, and that's happening for you to use it as fuel. Okay, so there may be a numbing or a spiraling or feeling tired, and it's an invitation to sit with the truth, where you crave more intimacy, more alignment, more joy. Naming that desire is part of calling it in. So write those down right now. Feel free to share them in the comments or personally with me. The more it's witnessed, the more we say it is important, but that's not enough. We have to cut through the illusions and those root and force elements and transcend them and activate them in a very specific way. And that clarity, that truth, cuts through the illusion. So at the moment, the eclipse may feel harsh because it exposes hidden truths, that lies that, not that you've really told yourself these lies are in your geometrics, but they're not who you are. Okay? So they're lies that have been told to you without you realizing, or dynamics in yourself that you've tolerated that are not you. Okay? So this is like a sword of liberation right now. By seeing things as they are, being able to face the truth, getting in your power, out of your victim, okay, out of any lies, get into some strength, you're going to regain your power. So the grounding here is long-term if you activate this right now. So though eclipses and these moments and this blood moon can feel volatile in the short run, the ultimate activation is about security, inheritance. It can create stability, security in the way that you desire, or even better, in many areas of your life. So what do you want to leave behind? Not people, things, okay? What do you want to leave behind in a way of being, not enjoying, not doing? Or leave behind in a way of not desiring what you really desire? What kind of structures of wealth do you want to build? Okay? And I don't just mean wealth, money, wealth in all different ways. Health, lifestyle, love. What do you want to build that is sustainable and not fleeting? Okay? Okay. So this isn't about acknowledging what's ending, but starting to feel what wants to end in its current form. Sometimes we just jump into, well, I just want it's ending, release it, it's not serving me. It's meant to end in its current form. It's meant to be activated so it can change form. Okay, so it ends in its current form, whether it's coming from you or someone else or something else. So even when it hurts, that's what's happening. It's clearing a space for alignment. Okay? So what do you really want your life to look like in 6 months? Visualize that a little bit. Don't go crazy, just a little bit. It's fine, okay? Because at the moment, it's magnifying the chaos, and there's activation for you in the chaos and in the embodiment. So there will be one act that is bespoke to your design and your signature to do today, and every day a different one, okay, to embody this, okay? To come into your power, your sovereignty, and your groundedness, okay? So this eclipse is not a punishment. It's really an initiation. Trust the shadows and the dark sides are temporary, but we don't just want them to bypass and push through them, offload them, bypass them. You want to use them, okay? So it brings a potent mix of energies. While the term blood moon may sound a bit you can tell me what you think it sounds like. Doesn't sound great, right? Blood. It's like, ooh. But actually, there's passion here. There's fire here. There's positive actions you can take during this moment to find order amidst the chaos. So the guide here is to navigate challenges in your life and your mentality and the world around you in a brand new way. So it is really about positive and negative forces, the light being obscured, obviously, okay, leading to the emergence of darkness, okay, as negative energies are so beautiful, okay. So it's really about, you're looking at this dark stuff, this hard stuff, and it's like, oh God, but actually there's so, oh my God, so beautiful. If you knew the power and the gift inside of it for you. All right. So it's about using those in a very specific way and getting the true message and action from it, which will not be the obvious knee-jerk reaction trigger to it. So emotional reactions right now from others, yourself, negative emotions, this time can trigger unexplained negative emotions, causing reactivity rather than thoughtful responses. And that's okay if it happens, but find out what the real message is in that negative emotion and that unexplained negative emotion, because there's gold in it for you. So yes, you can choose to respond rather than react. That might manage the situation. It may lead to less conflicts and strained relationships. Important to respond rather than react. Response is thoughtful, compassionate actions, but you want to know what those really are from your individual design. Okay, not just to manage the situation. Okay, so this is amplifying. Okay, there's a real amplified energies here. Okay, so if you've got a yes for something, you're sitting on something that you desire and you want, do it now, because it's going to have a great return on investment. It's a real powerful time for manifestation. Okay. Also, it's a good time right now. You may be tempted to go into blame, into victim, into criticism, self-criticism, criticism towards others, complaining. But actually, it wants you to focus on gratitude. All right. Not just gratitude that's fake, but gratitude that is true. That's hard to access in this moment. Not just to elevate your vibration or attract positive manifestations, because they will swiftly come and they will swiftly go. This is about claiming, hold on, what is the truth here? Where do I want to acknowledge myself? Okay, or someone right now, even when it's hard. Okay, so when you acknowledge truth, not just when your vibrations amplify positively, because that doesn't work, okay, you will activate and attract what you wish to attract or better. All right. So it's not just about harnessing positive energies, being grateful, being nice, responding, not reacting. Right. It's not just about that, because that, if it's faked, it can't be activated into what wants to come through for you in it. So it's really being truthful. So even like when you're upset or angry or triggered by a person, yourself, a situation, say, well, what can I acknowledge that is good about this and what has happened here? Okay, that still hurts to say it. So not this positive intentions or positive gratitude, which is laced with, I want to get something out of it energy. Not that, all right? To really maximize this energy, it's got to be in truth. This is fast-paced, okay? This month is fast-paced, exceptionally vigorous. So it can lead to rapid developments, okay? It depends on the seeds you're planting. Okay, to capitalize and activate the energy. And as you move through that, you're going to get to harvest the results of your efforts. Okay, so right now it may not feel like there's much rest for the wicked, and that's okay. As long as your actions are aligned with the truth of your soul design, your identity profile signature, you're going to reap the benefits. Okay, and there's a real creative spark here as well. There's Pisces, for those of you into astrology, okay, during this moon. And that's intuition, creativity, art, writing, curating, maybe overwhelming amount of ideas, and the influx of ideas. But actually, what's been asked is you to focus on one thing at the moment, one project, one thing at the moment. Okay, maybe outsourcing other things, but one thing. But what is that one thing? Very important. It is the thing that is true to your design and the thing that your sacred wants you to focus on right now, not what the force element wants you to focus on. Okay, so, and if you don't know what that is, you can reach out and ask, is it this or is it this for my design? And we'll do our best to get back to you. So Each download, each piece of information that you're receiving is for you right now. Each action that you're being invited to take right now is for you. So you want to find some peace in the chaos, if you like, but you don't want to just go to peaceful spaces and create a serene environment to ground yourself. That can offload and bypass the very creative energy that is here. You actually want a bit of an execution strategy right now to align your actions, your ideas to ensure successful execution of it. Okay? So you don't just want to let go, and ground. Okay? You don't want to just identify what to release with journaling. You don't want to write down parts of your life that don't serve you, such as relationships or habits or limiting beliefs. That is going to be very limited, okay, because it's putting everything outside of you, okay, and it's saying, I need to release that thing. But actually, those things are your vessels. They're happening for you, not to you. It's not who that person is, what that situation is. It's not what you think it is. So getting the true message in it is very, very important, okay? And this isn't widely available, okay? Because often, we're in this victim conditioning that I'm just going to release what's not serving me, habits, or that logic of habits or people or relationships or a job. But actually, what you need help with is seeing in yourself and in the world what you can't see. Okay, so you can really set yourself free inside of this. That's where the magic happens. Wow. So this energy is here, all right? And actually, you want to develop quite a concrete plan to address each area you wish to improve. So you can get a concrete plan right now, okay? But you don't want it to be a false, F-A-L-S-E, a false, a lie, all right? An illusionary plan that is based on false element logic, not true logic. You want it to be from your true elements in your design, okay? So I don't here encourage ritual practices to release things or cleanse things or limiting beliefs or fears, because we don't want to release them, okay? You can have the ritual, but make sure that you're actually using the thing you're trying to release or cleanse. It doesn't actually need to be released or cleansed. It wants to be evolved, activated into something, okay? It has truer messages for you in it, okay? All right, so embrace the energies of the blood moon, okay? Respond thoughtfully and with wisdom, okay? And that means getting individual wisdom from your signature, all right? Don't just practice gratitude. It really is not just about practicing gratitude. Yes, you want to be grateful. You want to be honest more than grateful, okay? And yes, you want to harness creativity, but the truth of where your creativity wants to go, not where your dark or false elements may be saying, let's put our creativity here because it makes more logical sense. No, put it where it really wants to go, okay? And yeah, if you found these insights helpful, do just subscribe. Feel free to reach out for a personal reading, or if you have a quick question, I can give you a quick answer, hopefully. And yes, I mean, the energies are gorgeous. They are amplified right now. You get to utilize them. And I wish you all the best with it. And I hope that has helped. This has been Liberate Me, Real Talk, a sacred geometry reading for the blood moon. As we plant the seeds, I'm here with you, supporting you. We are all experiencing this together, and you've got this. Goodbye for now.